Hey guys, we take a look at another Stacey Demarco Oracle deck. Now this is an old deck, but I thought if you love her new Elemental Oracle cards and would love something similar but incorporating divine animal spirits, then this is something you may like to consider if you haven't already. Very beautiful deck. Again, sort of like same sort of theme compared to the Elemental. This is what the box looks like by the side. Name of the card, author, Rockpool Publishing. Now, upon opening the box, you get the book, but what's nice as well, you've got this sort of like geometry sort of symbol that has a mixture of moon phases and triangles and everything. It's quite fairly nice. You get the booklet and then you're presented with the cards. So overall in the box, you get the cards and a guidebook. Let's have a look at the back of the cards. Very beautiful design. Universal design. You have so many things going on there. You had sacred divine animals. You got the geometry sign in there. Phases of the moon, star elements. A lot going on in there. Just kind of like highlighting the divineness of these animals. How important they are as well within the galaxy. Very beautiful design. Close up of the card. It is a gloss finish card. Very glossy. That's what it looks like. In terms of the stock quality of the card, I would say it's okay. The cards are on the very thin side. I mean, they have lasted me for quite a fairly long time, so overall I would say they're pretty much okay. This is what they would look like in the hand. Now I have medium-sized hand, and they fit nicely in the hand. Slightly slippery, not so much, but fairly comfortable in the hands. Let's jump straight into it. Let's have a look at those cards. Here is our first set. Now they're in no particular order. It's pretty much the same in the book. It doesn't go by alphabetically. You do have the numbers. So first up, we have our snow leopard and the seahorse. Top view of the two cards. The imagery, just like the Elemental Oracle, is so beautiful. We've got our leopard here, the watcher, clearly watching us. Quite a few element and power there, really highlighting how powerful that animal is. And then here we have the seahorse. Gorgeous card. Moving to our next two, we've got the butterfly and the honeybee. Stunning image. Top view of the two cards. Closely look at the butterfly. Very nice. You probably noticed already you have the elements of human and the animal as well combined within one. So they're pretty much an essence of each other. It's very nice. You've got the honeybee there. Gorgeous card. Our next two is the owl and the jaguar. I love how the imagery shows the relationship between the divine form of the animal and the human aspect of it. How they seem to be powerfully connecting together. It's very beautiful. You could see that in the owl and especially here with the jaguar card as well, where it's kind of connecting divinely with the female there. So much energy working together. Our next two cards, tarantula and dolphins. Very beautiful card, top view. And we get a close-up look. We've got connection. So the web connecting with the female there, that's completely webbed up. I don't know if she's struggling or this is the way of how it connects. All right, next image is dolphins. So the dolphins look as though they've rescued what seems like a pregnant woman. Very friendly animal. Next set, we've got bison and then we've got gorilla. Peace for gorilla, ritual is bison. So this is what the top view of the card will look like. Seriously, the image, the artist's work by Kinga is absolutely amazing. One of the best that I've seen on any decks, to be quite fairly honest. So the bison it has that sort of like red Indian sort of shaman type of essence towards it. And then here we've got the gorilla. It seems as though it's on a different planet, looking at planet Earth from a different perspective. We've got sea turtle, and then we have the elephant. Leadership and stability is what is incorporated. Let's have a close look at our sea turtle. You've got various different turtles, and is that a person? Looks like some person on there. We've got a lady that's being carried to safety, it seems, on top. And then here we've got our elephant. Leadership. Very nice image there. Next two cards we have lynx and hare. So we've got cycles and we've got secrets. It looks like the lynx has, I don't know if it's protecting the secret of whatever's in that sphere. It's quite difficult to tell. What a beautiful image of the hare here. Well, you've got the long hair surrounded by also the cycles of the hares as well. Very nice card. Wow. Deer and swan. Beauty and power. The deer card is very powerful. I mean, it's the power there. It's showing us that the deer has come from a different dimension. Then you've got the woman there that seems to be holding its planet where it's from. Very nice. We've got the swan card with beauty. You've got this woman who's blindfolded again. Illustration of beauty is not in what you see, but what's inside. And then we go to our next card sets. We have polar bear, rhinoceros, moderation, and ancestors. Top view of the cards. Closer look at the polar bear. It's probably somewhere in the North Pole. Imagery of the polar bear in the background. Frozen within the snow. This one looks fantastic, the fiery image of the rhinoceros. Moderation. Get the red crown crane and the jackal. Jackal is the truth. Loyalty is the crane. The image of the crane there, you see the person, so it's like it's part of the woman's hair, I believe, here. Where it's just flying away with her attached to the back of it. And then here we've got the jackal representing the truth. So you've got elements of Egyptian. So ancient Egypt is represented in the jackal. Next card we have the sacred ibis. And then we've got the meerkat. Meerkat is responsibilities. Top view of the two cards. Learning. So you've got a door closed, beaming with light inside of it. So I guess it's leading to knowledge of something or learning. We have the meerkat. Meerkat surrounded by various different animals within the animal kingdom. I guess they're responsible for key aspects of maintaining certain things. The next two card we have the wolf and raven. Authenticity for the wolf and news for raven. Top view of the two cards, and we zoom in into the wolf card. We've got what seems like a warrior is standing facing the wolf head on. Massive wolf imagery, looking right at the warrior into their eyes, or what it seems. And then we've got our raven there in the form of a mountain, and then you've got again looks like a warrior in the beak of the raven, and ravens flying out of that mountain, I guess going out to spread its news. Our next set We've got hyena, and then we've got the sea otter, and that's transformation and fear. So let's have a top look at the two cards. Very nice imagery as usual. We've got fear for the hyena. So it's like a halved image where one, I guess, the starvation that they have to go through, the fear of life being taken away, and then the other side you've got the abundant part of it. And the sea otter here, you've got a woman that is half into the sea. Next two card is the lioness and the bull. Lioness is protection. I love the way this image is done. Again, the human body mixed with the lion S. Embody the creation, both the animal and the female aspect combined together. And then here we've got the bull, where there's a lot of things going on here. Lightning, mountain high up, seems as though there's a city, a small guy there, sort of like bursting with lightning coming from his hands. Our next two card is the fruit bat, flying fox, and then we've got the tiger representing the will, and kindness is what we will have for the fruit bat. You've got various elements of the fruits being surrounded. You've got a lady there being kind to it, feeding it. It's hanging there. Beautiful imagery. We've got our tiger here. Very nice image. Riding along on the tiger. Very majestical. Very nice. And we've got the beaver, and we've got the chameleon. That chameleon imagery looks absolutely stunning. The beaver is work. As we know, beavers are hard workers, always building away. This image here, you've got what seems as though someone's top head is blended in with the beaver. I guess the thinking aspects of it. And then here the chameleon, which is very nice. Stunning imagery. You've sort of like an art, a painting. Very nice. Our next sets, we have the red fox and cat. Cat representing intuition, and the red fox is strategy. Got a lady there. Her ears is again partly fox. Red umbrella. Very nice imagery. We've got ancient Egypt representing the cats, and that is intuition. You've got the will firing elements in there as well. Our next two card is orca and shark. Shark with purpose. And then you got the song lines with the orca. Top view of the two cards. A closer look at the shark card. Now I don't know if it's a bit weird one. I don't know if the shark is swallowing, eating her, or she's part of it. It's a difficult one to tell. That's our shark card. And then here we've got our whales, killer whales there. And you got the young lady there sleeping. Our next two card is we've got the goat, and then we've got the wolverine. Wolverine is fierceness. Reliability is for the goat. The goat here, if you have a closer look, it's like the whole image is built out of a solid mountain, I guess representing the foundation. Looks very stable. And we've got the fiery image here of a Viking warrior lit up in flames. It looks all brutal and fierce. And that's the representation of the Wolverine. Those are those two cards there. Next one we've got the falcon. And then we've got the peacock there, representing prosperity and observation. Very nice. The hawk seems to be, I don't know, conveying a message of some sort, or the lady there that seems as related to ancient Egypt is gathering information. I know hawks are part of that time. peacock prosperity there with its sort of the back end of it, its tail just like flourishing. And here are our last 4 cards. We've got the horse, and then we've got the snake representing creation, and horse, like in all animal deck, represents freedom. And we've got the horse here that's bursting out, coming from what seems as though another dimension, running wild and free. And then over here we've got the snake, where you've got a heart sort of like in gold, and that snake is part of that. I suppose the snake can also be related to the sin of the heart with the tree and everything, if you refer back to the Bible. The next 2 card is armadillo, and then we have dog. Dog is companionship, and the armadillo is groundedness. And then you've got the what seems as though the Aztec pyramids, South America, and the warriors. And then you've got a nice image here of the way the dog is represented with the whole like a mountain edge. Very nicely done overall. Beautiful cards. Absolutely beautiful. So in terms of what you get inside of the book, you've got contents of each cards, not in alphabetical order. So all of the animals are completely covered. You get an introduction, which is a good 3 pages worth of introduction. You get a section on how to use these cards and work with them. You get a 3 card spread, 1 card spread, 4 card spread, and then you've got traditional 7 card spread as well that you can use. There's a dedication part for your card, so you could create your own. And in terms of meaning of each particular deck, you get a fully illustrated colored image of the card. You get the number, the wording, the different sort of like animal, what do you call it, the sort of like words use ancient in terms of that animal. So full illustration of the card, number, wording, and then you get a brief summary of that card. You get the mythos, general history, how it's linked with that animal. You get a present state of that animal in today's terms, the magical aspects of how to work with that card, the symbolism, and the status of that animal. So that was the Divine Animal Oracle by Stacey Demarco. Again, this is a very old deck. I've had it for quite a long time. But if you like the elemental and you're looking for something that embodies the animal spirit, this will be the perfect card for you. So hope you enjoy. Look out for the next one.